Hi everybody, Last Outrider here with a special video on why I hate bat reps and just won't make them. Because I don't find them useful. I don't find them useful because I don't think they explain anything about the game. There's really nothing you take away from a bat rep. Unless the person playing them takes the time to explain all of their moves and all of their tactics and why they did what they did, which I haven't seen yet. The reason why they haven't done that is because nobody wants to give away their bag of tricks. I did competitive play for quite a while until I got more interested in the fluff and things like that in the game. And I'll tell you a story about one time where I won a tournament. It was right around when 3rd edition came out because I was playing Dark Eldar. And it came down to the last round, and I was playing against, of course, Space Wolves, because, you know, when you get into a final round, there's only a handful of armies you're going to be facing. I was playing Space Wolves, and it came down, I don't know if it was Table Corners or Meat Grinder or something, but somehow, someway, a Blood Claw unit charged my Dark Eldar Warriors unit, massacring them in one round. And somehow, one of my warriors managed to survive and keep fighting. Somehow, it came down to a point that it was only one warrior against one Blood Claw, as I remember it. And that just 2 models, lasted for 3 rounds, with both of us missing, until suddenly, somehow, I managed to hit. And he failed to save and died, and that got me a win. Did that have anything to do with skill, tactics, thinking, planning, whatnot? No. It was dice rolls. And a lot of games in 40K are determined by dice rolls. Now, we try to mitigate that in competitive play by designing armies that depend as little upon dice rolls as possible. There's also some other tricks like, you know, victory points that you know you can get, like Line Breaker and things like that, which you just know you can get. You just go for it as an automatic point. And many times that one little extra point, even if you don't win the game, still places you high enough in the ranking, and you learn these little tricks, but nobody explains them to you. I've never seen anybody explain their tactics to you in a bat rep. They just play their challenges and their reps because nobody truly wants to teach you how to beat them. But that's what I set out to do when I did my tactics video. I want to see players get better, make a better army, learn better tactics, do something other than just running across the table and rolling dice and silliness like that. But that's me. Now, if you want to know what type of 40K I do like playing, I like playing campaigns, escalations, Mordheim campaigns, Blood Bowl League type play, things where you start out with a unit and you build it up over time, over multiple games. They get little abilities. You understand what I'm saying. Campaigns. That's what I like to do now. So if anybody in all these challenges of how do I play, here's my answer. Play a campaign. Because individual game on a table means nothing to me. I might go through the game and roll all 6s or all 1s. And then what's the other person going to walk? Or I'm going to walk away saying, woo, look at how good I am. You just had a good day. If you want to do it that way, then people have to play a series of games. They're going to have to say, we're going to play 20 games in a row. And then look at the results. Because anything else is bullshit. It really is. It's statistically meaningless. Sorry. So that's why I don't do bat reps. That's why I would prefer to do, as you saw, tactics videos where I explain how and I mean me personally, would use a unit and my style of play. And my style of play is I just avoid engagement altogether. Yes, that's my tactic. I am telling you how I won. I avoided fighting altogether. Before Tyranids, I played Craft World Aliatok. and I used a Ranger army. Actually, that was really one of my best winning armies. I played a Ranger army, which was nothing but snipers and Rangers, and then a few heavy weapons. I think I used Vibro cannons and C-beams, and then just that crazy, unit disruption chart, Ranger disruption chart. And almost all of my Rangers, I think were upgraded to Pathfinders. And I could almost, I had games where I had, especially if they were games with reserves, and you forced reserves, where people would just start the game with one unit on the table, or just their HQ or something like that, and then I would run around and get points and do all types of crazy shit. People hated it, hated me, hated the army, in the same way they hated most Eldar armies. Yes, I played Eldar, that's why I can make fun of them. But they're just tricks, and I don't even think you can do that anymore. So my point is, nobody's explaining tactics because nobody wants you to know how to win, because nobody wants you to know how to beat them, which is a difference, I guess, between an outrighter who's really looking at bringing new players into the game and making them better players, as opposed to somebody who just wants competitive play and doesn't really want you to understand the game, because that's how does that help them? It just makes them lose more. That's why I don't do bad reps. And that's why challenges to individual games don't mean anything to me. I'd be the happiest I was playing is really Blood Bowl. Blood Bowl is one of my favorite. Battlefleet Gothic was also pretty good because they had campaigns. It was almost a campaign game, which is probably why it's not played anymore. So that's my take on bat reps and challenges. I hope that makes sense to you, and I will see you next time. Bye.